What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to cover champions that can heavy counter Arnim Zola. Yes, I read the comments on my videos, and I noticed that there was quite a bit of discourse about Arnim Zola's heavy attack and not being able to knock him down on a stun immune node or a node where you cannot stun him easily, something along those lines. So I wanted to make this video to show off every champion that I've found so far that can heavy counter Zola. Now, I haven't done this test with every single character available in the game, but I've done it with a handful of champions, a lot of them being extremely good and extremely relevant. So do not fear, there are options to knock down Zola with a heavy attack that do not involve stunning him or using a relic. So first of all, I want to show off Beta Ray Bill, who I think will be one of the best Arnim Zola counters in the entire game. Not only does he have the heavy reach to counter Zola and knock him down, but additionally, you can use Beta Ray Bill's Unstoppable to land a heavy attack and knock him down that way. And if your Beta Ray Bill is awakened, you can take little to no damage from that. So Beta Ray Bill feels amazing for Zola. Another champion that has the heavy reach and the dashback capability is Quicksilver. I don't think Quicksilver will be the best option for Zola, but he'll definitely be an option that can work in an unconventional sense. He has the heavy reach, he has, the one-hit heavy, so you're not going to be pushing his power bar too high. You can even get the slow up if he's on a heavy hitter node, and you can heavy counter him that way. And Quicksilver, it's just going to be one of those things where if you absolutely need to use him, you can. So I will not say he's the best option, but if he's the only option available, it's possible. Another thing that you can do is you can use Arnim Zola to heavy counter Arnim Zola. So it's not 100% consistent, it's very spacing dependent, but Zola does have the capability of heavy countering himself. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Another great option for Zola is Chilth. Chilth has the reach and the dashback to heavy counter Zola, and additionally, if your Chilth is awakened, she has those precision passives, so every hit that you're going to be doing is basically going to be crit. Even though he doesn't take any crit damage, seeing the white numbers makes your brain feel better, and that's all we do at the end of the day, is we want our brains to feel better. So Chilth is a great option for heavy countering Zola, knocking him down. And then additionally, Chilth has the capability to heavy counter Zola's special too. Now, this is way easier to do for most champions, but Chilth just makes it so easy because of that reach. So Chilth is another great option. Another fantastic option, just overall, is Jack-o'-lantern. So even outside of stun immune situations, Jack-o'-lantern can parry non-contact attacks. So that means he can just parry Zola's medium and light without any issue. Additionally, of course, he has the heavy reach and the dashback to heavy counter Zola. So he is another option that I think will be used quite often for Zola in the future, as long as there's not a heavy hitter type of situation. But even if there is, there are options for that, like Beta Ray Bill and like potentially Quicksilver. And there's other options that I'll mention as well down the line. So this is a bit of an unconventional thing, but Prowler can use his Falter to get a heavy knockdown in. I'm not saying it's the best use of the Falter, and I'm not saying this is Prowler's best matchup by any stretch of the imagination, but it is something that you can do. Now, another champion that is very relevant, very useful, that can heavy counter Arnim Zola is the Serpent. Serpent has a very nice dashback and a heavy that just barely reaches Zola, where you can hit him right after that little spin of his second hand. So Serpent is another option that can heavy counter Mr. Arnim Zola. Another option that works for Zola is Shuri. Now, Shuri can't heavy counter Zola, but Shuri has this amazing untouchable that she gains when she hits 10 matrix charges and she charges a heavy attack. Zola's first medium and first light are non-contact. So if you go for a parry on the medium and light and then charge your heavy, you have a 6-second, I think it's 6-second, untouchable passive that has no cooldown that you can constantly use to knock down Arnim Zola. So I think Shuri will be amazing for Zola going forward because of this ability. It's one of those instances where I feel the untouchable is finally serving its purpose. For so long, it was always nice to have, not dexing specials, just like sitting around and letting specials hit your miss. Obviously that's great, but this feels like an instant where, wow, it's actually feeling more useful as an RPG mechanic and not just oh, I'm untouchable and specials can't hit me. It actually feels useful in that regard. So I think Shuri will be pretty solid for Zola. Another champion that can heavy counter Arnim Zola is Crossbones. I was actually surprised when I was testing Crossbones that he was able to do this consistently as well. It's not just one of those things where if you're using Zola against Zola, sometimes it's not as consistent, but with Crossbones, no, it's fairly consistent. And all you need to do, again, is dex that first hit. To successfully heavy counter Zola, you need to be dexing, like legitimately dexing, the first hit of his heavy. And then, once you dex it, you're sort of in a position where you can land your heavy attack safe and sound. So, like, you're going to see right here with Absorbing Man, I dex the heavy, I trigger dexterity, and then that dash back pushes me far enough back to where his second hit is not going to connect, and I can use my heavy attack to heavy counter him. So, Absorbing Man is another good option for Zola. Again, not the best option, but an option that will work. Again, another option that will work is Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel movie can heavy counter Zola to great success. And in a matchup where you can stun Zola, you're going to get that additional stun from the heavy and grant you an immediate opening without the need for a stand-up intercept. So Captain Marvel is another great option for Arnim Zola. Another champion that works for Zola that can heavy counter him is Venompool. Venompool has that big XL dashback and a long-reaching heavy for a champion of his size, so it's very easy for Venompool to land a heavy counter against Zola. And because Zola's a robot, Venompool is going to inflict a nice degen to deal that damage on his Special 3 and Special 2. So Venompool actually might be a solid option for Zola going forward. And then I think this is the final showcase I have here. Yeah, so this is the final champion I have to show here that can work for Arnim Zola, She-Hulk. And obviously, because She-Hulk works, that means Deathless She-Hulk also works. So that's all I wanted to show off in this video, is champions that are capable of heavy countering Zola, and if not heavy countering, knocking him down in unconventional ways that are still effective, like Shuri, like Prowler, and even like Beta Ray Bill, because Bill can do both. Bill can just heavy counter him, or Bill can use that Unstoppable to counter Zola. So, thank you all very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, and I really hope that you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and also hitting like. Both of those things are incredibly helpful for the channel, and it pushes the word out there to the YouTube algorithm that I'm making content people are enjoying. Once again, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.